Merry Christmas, happy holidays, whatever you celebrate, celebrate it hard and have a good time. Today I wanted to talk to you about the biggest issues gamers face during the holiday season. I want to thank each and every one of the collaborators that took part in this project with me. I wanted to make a video featuring an all-Canadian content creator cast, and so I made sure to scour the country and get the best of the best video game content creators. Most of us, of course, are JRPG fans, but yeah, let's get into it. If you enjoy JRPG content, video game content, please remember to like, subscribe, turn notifications to all so you don't miss the next video. Now let's begin. So the first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about that is super annoying over the holidays is, hold on a sec. God damn it. That's right, I'm talking about updates. Be it the brand new game you're excited to get your hands on, or a brand new console. There's nothing quite like hooking that bad boy up for the first time with all that excitement, only to have to wait half an hour for system, firmware, or patch updates. It's so annoying. The first time I experienced this was when I got my PlayStation 3, which would have been like a year or two after the PS3 first came out. I got it on a Boxing Day sale. Here in Canada, Boxing Day is the day after Christmas when everything goes on sale, kind of like our version of Black Friday, I guess. I remember coming home with my PS3. It was late at night because I worked Boxing Day. I came back home, hooked that bad boy up, excited to get my hands on this brand new console and check out Metal Gear Solid 4. And what was my first experience with the console? The damn update screen. It was the worst thing ever, man. And on top of that, I remember putting in Metal Gear Solid 4 and having to install that thing, and I swear it took 2 hours to install Metal Gear Solid 4. It was absolute insanity. And yeah, this was like the day after Christmas, but it still sucked so much, dude, to finally get my hands on the newest Metal Gear Solid game and have to basically wait until the following day to play the damn thing. Next up, we got my good friend DG Online, aka Dad Gaming Online, talking about how we've got no time to play during the holidays.
What's up, everybody? My name is DG, aka Dad Gaming Online, and I just want to send a thank you out to Dookie for inviting me to collaborate on this video because, well, it's one of those things that impacts all of us. So when we were talking about problems gamers face over the holidays, two immediate things sprang to mind, and I gotta say, the older I get, the worse these get too. The first one that I thought of, honestly, was just having any time at all to play any games. Between family dinners and school events, driving everywhere, kids on holidays, it's like any spare time you get is immediately needed somewhere else. And when I finally do sit down, that's the time someone needs me for something, whether it's the wife,
honey,
the kids,
Dad,
or other interruptions.
Open up, it's the police.
Holidays are exhausting.
Thanks for that, DG. Next up is FemTrooper talking about that overwhelming feeling of getting too many new games at once.
Hey everybody, it's FemTrooper, and thank you, Dookie, for having me on today to talk about a problem that us gamers face over the holidays. And for me, it's definitely getting a ton of games at once. Because yay, I love to open up like 10 plus video games or whatever it is. But then I'm like, oh no, my backlog just went up by 10 games. Because I always tell myself, well, I don't buy any games till Christmas. Yeah, and then I get them all at once. So it's definitely an issue, and then my birthday comes a couple months later and then I get more games. So yeah, I'm part of the problem and I'm buying all these games and then they just sit here, but I kind of love it, so I don't really care. But it's definitely an issue because then I can only play so many games at once, and then my backlog has just gone up so much. Even though I think that it's going down, I'm definitely taking 2 steps back and 1 step forward every time when I buy games. Although I do beat a lot of games, but yeah, Christmas, I love it. I love the holidays, but I definitely get too many games at once. And as much as I love it, it's totally a little bit of a problem. But hey, it's a good problem, right? Thank you, Dookie, for having me on today, and I'm excited to see what other problems we all face as gamers over the holidays. I'll see you guys at my channel.
Thank you so much for that, Fem Trooper. I really appreciate it. Next up, we got Shinky, who's an actual cactus, believe it or not, telling us about how exhausted he is over the holidays, making it tough to get any good gaming sessions in.
Hey y'all, Shinky here. First of all, thanks so much Dookie for having me on with this collaboration. And I just want to talk about JRPGs and overestimating your time that you have available for them around the holidays. Every single year, I tell myself the same thing. These holidays are coming. It's a perfect time to finally crack open a brand new JRPG and just disappear for a bit. And every single year, I massively overestimate what I'm capable of. Because those holidays wear me out in ways I never expect. Like, I'll get home day when my vacation starts and I'll start thinking, I'm finally gonna boot up Trails. And then all of a sudden I sit on the couch, I stare at the TV, and 5 minutes later I'm out like a light. It's really odd because when I was a kid, winter break was when I played most of my JRPGs. I still remember Christmas of 1999. I got Pokemon Yellow with my Game Boy Color, and I played that thing so much, I basically went through entire packs of batteries. But nowadays, between work deadlines, gift shopping, family gatherings, and trying to act like a functioning adult, even thinking about starting a new 60-hour adventure feels very overwhelming. And I know I'm not the only one, because JRPGs aren't just pick up and play. You need all the time and all the energy in the world. It's not like Street Fighter, for example, where you can just pick up the game and start playing it, play for half an hour, and you're good. You need so much more time. You need to commit to the characters, the stories, the battle systems, but everything becomes a lot harder when your brain is running at like 7% battery. Like, I was even thinking this year, you know what, over the holidays, I'm gonna play and I'm gonna finish Trails Through Daybreak 2, but I just haven't been able to find the time for it. Instead, I just boot up Peggle and play that for half an hour, and before I know it, that time is all gone and I've done absolutely nothing meaningful. But sometimes that's okay. We don't talk about that JRPG guilt, that feeling like you're supposed to be playing something huge. It doesn't mean you're any less of a fan, it just means you're tired. It comes with getting old. For me, I've learned to lean into comfort gaming during the holidays. Stuff that doesn't demand anything from me. Puzzle games, those short indie RPGs, maybe a little bit of Hades. And then when life finally calms down, that's when I can really jump back into RPGs. Suddenly, now that all that stress is gone, I want to jump into a long story. I want to get excited to play a new battle system. Suddenly, I'm itching to hear a town theme that makes me smile for no reason. So if you're watching this and you've been struggling to play the games you want to right now, don't beat yourself up about it. You're not alone. Resting is part of the process of enjoying RPGs. And with that being said, I'm going to pass things over to the next creator in this collaboration. I'm sure they have a great idea. But with that being said, Dookie, again, thank you so much for having me. And if you want to hear more about JRPGs, why not jump over to my channel, Shinky JRPGs. Until next time, I'll see you then.
Thanks so much for that, Shinky. Next up is Aquano, sharing his backlog guilt.
Hello guys, Aquano here, and I'm here to talk to you guys about something that happens to me every single holiday season. When you say holiday, as a gamer, obviously new games, Steam sales, a lot of free time to play your games, but the holiday season also comes with something I like to call the backlog guilt. And it's very, very simple. Your backlog gets bigger every holiday season because of the Steam sales or just sales in general, and there's also a bunch of new games around the holiday season. So it's a mix of your backlog getting bigger because you're paying games on sale, and you wanting to play the new hot games, and so you're presented with a dilemma. As a turn-based RPG, for example, I thought I needed to play the entire Trail series. So what I did is that I bought the entire freaking series on Steam. And now I have 12 more games in my backlog that I want to finish as soon as possible to get up to date in the series. And every time there's a new JRPG, I'm like, when am I ever gonna finish the Trail series? Let us know in the comments if you've ever felt something similar to this backlog guilt, because it's honestly a very tough dilemma. Do I play the new game, or do I finish the game I promised myself to start or finish that have been waiting for me for years now? So my New Year resolution ends up always being, I'm gonna try to finish one game in my backlog from beginning to end. And honestly, Even that's optimistic. And my backlog keeps getting bigger. I'm gonna buy Octopath Zero as soon as December starts, and all my SMT and Trails games are gonna look at me in my backlog and start crying. It is what it is.
Thanks, Aquano, for sharing your backlog guilt with us. I want to talk about another problem that I always had growing up, and that was sharing my games with my sister. So yes, this next entry is all about having to share with your siblings. Sharing is great. Sharing is caring. But there was nothing worse than getting a new game and having to play with your sister, or you both got a new game for Christmas and you wanted to play your game right out of the gate because you're so excited to get your hands on it, and instead it's your sister's turn to play, so you have to watch her play Barney the freaking Dinosaur hide and seek on the Sega Genesis. That's right, I had to give up my Genesis time. I wanted to be playing Sonic the Hedgehog 2 or Dash and Desperados on my brand new Sega Genesis, and my sister is in there playing Barney hide and freaking seek, dude. I couldn't even bear to be in the same room, man. I wanted to be around the Genesis, but to have to watch my poor Genesis suffer and play such a boring and dull game, I just couldn't even bear it. So yeah, my next pick is having to share with siblings. And another instance that really hit me hard was I had a PlayStation 1, and the PS1 still to this day is one of, if not my favorite console of all time. I still have the picture of me opening up my PlayStation 1 for Christmas, and it's one of the most memorable Christmas moments of all time for me. But I remember the following year being so hyped for Final Fantasy IX, and my sister got Crash Team Racing. Don't get me wrong, I love Crash Team Racing. Crash Team Racing is an incredible kart racer, but I wanted to play freaking Final Fantasy IX. I've been waiting all year for this game, and here I am having to play Crash Team Racing with my sister, because that's the game she got for Christmas. And like I said, loves me some Crash Team Racing, but not when I want to get my hands on Final Fantasy IX. Like, come on! I mean, it's a heck of a lot better than Barney hide and seek was, but there was nothing more frustrating as a kid than looking forward to getting your hands on a brand new game that you've been looking forward to all year long, and then having to wait even longer to play some two-player game with your sibling. Next up, we've got Shinky back talking to us about limited time seasonal events.
Hey y'all, Shinky here. You know, every single year when the holidays come around, I tell myself I'm going to relax. I'm going to get that rest I ever so desperately need, and I'm going to catch up on sleep. And maybe, just maybe, I'll play a cozy JRPG. But then it happens. Those MMO and those gacha games I play say, actually, you know what? No, you don't get to rest. Here's 14 limited time events and they all expire in 6 days. Good luck, bro. The holidays used to be that time when you turned your brain off. You enjoyed the colder weather and maybe replayed something that you loved as a child. But these days, the moment December hits, every single game I touch becomes like a second job, with an HR department that's extremely strict about deadlines. It never fails. I'll sit down after a long day. Maybe I'm wrapping gifts, maybe I'm cooking, maybe I'm just tired from being a human, and I open up an MMO only to see event ending in 48 hours, new shop rotation, winter festival events, daily missions required. I just sit there like, man, I'm tired in real life, and I'm so tired in my gaming life as well. And then the gacha games show up like, hey, remember when you said you were going to relax? Here's a time-gated story chapter, 3 event currencies, and the strongest limited unit we've released all year. And it's like everything I'm supposed to rest from somehow finds a way into my phone. And look, I really love these games, but as someone who used to grind Tales of Crestoria religiously, those holiday banners, oh my goodness, they always dropped right when I was busiest. I'm over here trying to decorate a tree, and the game's like, here's Holiday Kanata, here's Christmas Misella, and if you don't log in every day, you're not getting those event memory gems. I remember literally doing Crestoria dailies in the parking lot before going into a family dinner. The grind was so real. And Tales of the Rays, another game I played, wasn't any kinder. Every December, they hit you with those gorgeous holiday mirage arts, the outfits, the seasonal voice lines, the shiny animations, and of course, they're locked behind a banner that disappears faster than my free time. I'd be spending time with family, hearing people talk about Christmas movies or baking cookies, and I'm sitting there in the corner quietly going, oh, I swear, if I miss Holiday Velvet, I quit. And the thing is, it's silly. It's just a game, a gacha game. It's gonna close down eventually, which it is now, but that FOMO in the moment is real. Missing a limited time costume or a time-locked character feels like missing a little piece of your collection. But here's the truth I try to remind myself of every year. It's okay to fall behind. It's okay to skip an event. It's okay to enjoy the holidays without feeling chained to digital deadlines. We play these games because we love them, not because they're supposed to stress us out. So if you miss a banner, or skip some quests, or fall behind on your login streak, you're still fine. Take the holidays at your own pace. Games should add joy to the season, not steal it. But with that being said, thank you so much for having me today, Dookie. And if you want to hear more about Tales and all other JRPGs, come join me over on my channel, Shinky JRPGs. But until next time, I will see you then.
Thanks so much for that, Chinky. I can definitely relate to that. I'm a huge Star Trek Online fan, and it's always a tough challenge getting those dailies in when I'm trying to unlock like a new ship or enjoy Q's Winter Wonderland. It's such a good time, but it's such a short time, and you have like little to no time over the holidays to actually put some time aside and get those dailies done. Next up, Aquano is back talking to us about having to leave behind your gaming setup.
Christmas vacation is great, but if you're a gamer, it's also kind of an exile. And that's exactly the problem I'm going to talk to you guys about next, traveling away from your setup, which is a lot worse if you're a PC gamer. If you mainly game on this, if you're a Nintendo Switch gamer, then it's not much of a problem. The console is made for, being hybrid and you can play anywhere. But if you're a PC gamer especially, you have to leave your god tier setup behind. Your comfy chair, your perfectly tuned up monitor, your cable management, everything. Your powerful graphics card that even your Steam Deck can't really compete with. There's probably many games that you want to play that this thing cannot run. So yes, even if you do have the mobile alternative for a Steam gamer, it's still not that much. Now, personally, I'm a turn-based gamer, so I'm not really playing, mechanically intense or graphically demanding games, performance demanding games. We're just clicking buttons when it's our turn, so... But still, if you are a PC gamer, or even if you mainly play on a console like the PS5, the Xbox, something that you cannot bring with you, well, you have to find solutions. You have to find ways to occupy yourself during your free time in your vacation. You have multiple options. I already talked about the Switch, there is the Steam Deck, and if you don't want to bring these with you, or if you don't have them, there is unfortunately the last resort option: becoming a mobile gamer. Oof, that stinks. That hurts the ego. Mobile gamer, me? Well, if you don't want to die of boredom in the plane, it might be your only solution. And that is a problem that I face as a gamer every time I have to travel during the holiday season. I'm always looking for best mobile games on YouTube for hours. By the way, if you like Pokemon and you're traveling away, can't bring your Switch, or, want more battery life during your flights, I highly recommend a game called Evo Creo. It costs like $2 on the App Store. It will keep you occupied for hours if you have your phone fully charged. But that's besides the point. There's many other things you have to worry about. If you're not playing an offline game, you have to worry about the laggy hotel Wi-Fi, or if you're going at your relatives, there might be, younger cousins yelling, worse Wi-Fi waiting for you over there. If you're traveling overseas, you need to worry about, charging your Switch, your Steam Deck, your phone, and that can get pretty complicated. For example, in Europe, you need an adapter to be able to charge your stuff, and it's kind of annoying. Now, there's also the laptop option that I haven't talked about, but if you have like a laptop made for gaming, those are usually pretty heavy. They make a lot of noise. Can't really use them on a plane, so yeah. My biggest advice, just enjoy your vacation. Try to keep your mind away from gaming from time to time, and when you do have free time, hey, the phone is your best friend. Or if you have a Switch, obviously try to look for some Switch games that you haven't finished yet. I have the tradition of always doing another Fire Emblem Three Houses playthrough, especially since the game has a lot of replayability value. I just always do that. But yeah, make sure to listen in the comments what you do as a gamer when you travel overseas or across the country. Let us know what is your best option for gaming when you travel.
That is so frustrating. I completely agree, Aquano. Thanks so much for that. And for me, the only time I was ever able to actually like bring my gaming system with me, I think one year I brought my Switch and all I did was do the fishing minigame in Stardew Valley. But yeah, I generally just leave all my stuff at home. I think there was one time where my nephews brought their Switches, so we were able to play some games while we were at my mom's house. But for the most part, it sucks having to leave all your systems behind. If you've got a mobile gaming system that you love, bring it along. Enjoy your time away from home as much as you can. Next up, we got DG Online, aka Dad Gaming Online, one of my best friends, back to tell us how awful it is having to wait to play some of the games you're looking forward to.
Another one I get all too often is trying to find new releases in November and December. And sure, I could always buy the digital copies, but there's just something about having a physical copy of the game that's just always resonated with me. And I don't live in a huge city where there's 100 different stores to go to, so we only have a few options and I have to make a choice. Do I gamble and hope that the local shops have it? Or do I order it online and hope that the busy parcel service can deliver it through the rest of the Christmas rush? And forget it if the game is intended to be a gift. If it needs to show up before Christmas, you and I both know that that person is getting a printed out piece of paper with an IOU in a box, you know, instead of the actual game. Anyway, the holiday season is still great, even with its little annoyances. And I just want to say thanks again to Dookie and my fellow collaborators. I hope you all have a fantastic holiday season and all the best.
Thanks so much for that, DG Online. I feel that in my soul. It's the worst, man. Having to wait to play the games you want to play until Christmas time, and then sometimes even beyond that. Last but definitely not least, I've got my #1 issue that gamers face over the holidays, and that is getting your save files deleted or overwritten. Picture this, you got your family all over, be it cousins, nephews, sisters, brothers. They all come over to celebrate the holidays with you, and maybe one of your little nephews or a sibling of yours boots up your console because they want to have some fun playing some video games, and they just decide, hey, I'm gonna start a new game here. And the first thing they do, maybe not intentionally, but maybe they do, is save over one of your save files that you've put maybe 70 plus hours into on one of your favorite JRPGs of all time. This happened to me only once, thankfully. It was with Digimon World 2 on the PS1, and it was the worst thing ever. I've heard countless times of this happening to other gamers. I know I did it once when I borrowed Ocarina of Time from a friend of mine's younger sibling, and I feel awful to this very day. I was just a dumb kid. I didn't even know that I had done such a horrible, horrible thing. I just wanted to play some Ocarina of Time, okay? Don't blame the kids. It's not their fault. They didn't know better. But it is the absolute worst thing that could happen to a gamer during the holiday season, and that's why I had to shine some light on it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know some of your biggest gamer holiday nightmares down in the comments below. Again, if you enjoyed the video, please remember to like, subscribe, turn notifications to all so you don't miss the next video. Check out Aquano, Femtrooper, Shinky, and my good friend DG Online right here on YouTube as well, and I'll see you guys in the next one.